This Mobile Geeks video is powered by ASUS.
Hey there, it's Miriam with Mobile Geeks. I'm here at the Nexus event in San Francisco, and this, yes, you guessed it, is the Nexus 5X. It's the LG model, and it has a beautiful IPS panel. 1080p though. As you can see, it's a 5.2-inch IPS panel. Really quite beautiful. And you'll see dual speakers in the front, of course, and a 5-megapixel camera in the front. Now in the back, you have a fingerprint reader this year, and of course the Nexus logo. You can see the LG logo here. And this camera is a 12.3 megapixel autofocus camera. No OIS this year, but you do get laser autofocus. You can see the window to the left of the flash. And of course, as I mentioned, a fingerprint reader in the back, which is a really welcome addition. Another thing that's interesting, despite this being quite a thin phone, it does have a 2700 milliamp hour battery, and you can see here the USB-C charging port, and this has fast charge. You do lose wireless charging this year, but you do get fast charge, and you do get USB Type-C. On top, of course, you have the secondary mic, and then alongside the USB Type-C here is the headphone jack on the bottom. On the left-hand side here is a power lock key and the volume rocker, of course. Same layout as you'd expect for a Nexus. And then on the right-hand side is the top here is the nano SIM slot, of course. This comes with a Snapdragon 808 and 3 gigs of RAM, and it has a storage capacity of 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes depending on the model you buy. So of course no micro SD card slot storage, just as typical of Nexus. So yeah, you know, in a nutshell, you're getting all in all, an improved experience, particularly with a fingerprint reader. I'll give you my verdict once I get to play with it a little more about the lack of OIS. They obviously have used very large pixels this year on this camera module, which by the way is the same module as on the 6P. And so they promise that low light performance is not going to suffer from the lack of OIS, but I'm not convinced. Anyway, this here is the Nexus 5X. It's running obviously Android M, as you can imagine, and yeah, it's a really lovely phone. Feels very similar in hand to the original Nexus 5, so there you have it, the Nexus 5X.